Well, good evening, and thank you for tuning in to the first week with Fathers Who Care. Over the next 12 weeks, well, counting today will be 13, but over the next 13 weeks, we'll be coming to you each week talking about valuable information that's going on in the community, bringing you various different individuals who are really making a difference in the community. And of course, we'll be continuing to allow our fabulous, awesome young people from the West Garfield Park Youth Council in the west side of Chicago to continue to produce our shows. And we're encouraging you if you need help with some anything that you're doing electronically or what have you, or if you want to volunteer, we got young people who you can volunteer with, and we got young people who can come out and provide you with a lot of information and support. Just take advantage of the young folks and keep them actively involved. If we keep the young people active in the summer, they'll be too busy to hang out on the corner.
Correct.
But if they don't have something to do in the summer, then they're gonna hang out on the corner. So we want to thank the Shanias. Go ahead, figure. We got two Shanias. Shania one, yeah, that's one. Shania there. We got Shania two. Look like Derek over there in the studio in the control room. And then we got Amari. Who else in there? Amari, Mashayla, Jasmine, Nisha. So we have some of the young youth council members who are doing it to us, with us tonight. We're gonna have to do something with them real soon, like take them downtown to Gino's East or something. Maybe one day you'll support or market or support an activity. We take them somewhere and you hang out with us someplace.
Yeah, I
Maybe
would
go,
love to.
yeah, we
I
go
would love
somewhere
to.
and do something together.
It's on
But
me.
I want to own and I want to talk to you today. Our guest today is Ray. Ray Bessinter. Bessinter?
Bisharat.
Bisharat. Well, let me just say Ray from
That's right.
from Ice House, but it's Ray Bissarat from Ice House. And what we're going to talk about today specifically, we're going to talk about community stakeholders taking a stand in the community to promote a safe, healthy, and drug-free community. And this month, we're going to highlight individuals in the community who have been actively involved. I'm talking about community business individuals, sector partners, or we're going to talk about it might be law enforcement, it might be school personnel, it might be clergy, it might be the young people, it might be the parents, it might be healthcare provider. We're talking about community stakeholders who are really committed to making a difference in the community and who are really stepping up to the plate, and they're letting their words speak for themselves. I mean, they talk the talk, they walk the walk. And of course, you know me, I don't bring nobody on the show who's not committed to what they say they do. Actually, I try my best not to affiliate or try to bring nobody on the show who really don't have a passion for the young people. If you got a passion for the young people, if you got a passion for the community, you have a place on our show. And this gentleman that we're going to talk to in a minute, Ray, we're going to talk to him about some of the good work that he's doing, and congratulations on some of the things you have done in relationship to purchasing new businesses. But we want to tell you personally that we've been watching you. You know we have.
I know.
We've been talking to you, and everything you have said you were going to do in the community with individuals in the community, you have done it. I mean, and we'll talk more about that. Again, you're watching Fathers Who Care. Thank you for tuning in. You know, the show tonight is going to be on how can we, specifically, how can we as community stakeholders unite, come together, quit trying to stick each other up, quit trying to take everything somebody got. But if you can be a blessing to somebody, be a blessing to somebody. But we have so many community stakeholders out there who don't want to do the right thing. Instead, they want to continue to, yeah, I'm going to say it, pimp the community. Meaning they want to take things from folks when they know people don't have it.
Correct.
Meaning they know people don't have something. And instead of trying to be a blessing and help someone, because you don't know what a person might be going through, any little bit can help. And so, as opposed to being of some help to somebody, folks are always trying to take from people, and I just don't believe that's the right thing to do. But that's another subject at another time. Tonight, we're going to talk about how can we, and I'm asking you, audience, in a couple of minutes, the phone lines will be open. But we want to ask you tonight, how can we, as community stakeholders, unite to promote a safe, healthy, and drug-free community while saving our children? Also, I want to talk to Ray specifically because Ray happens to be a business owner of some packaged good facilities. You know what that means. Liquor stores in the neighborhood. So you have a few of those facilities in the community. And you know, we've been out as a community up under the Drug Free Initiative to promote a safe and drug-free community, but to reduce underage drinking. And so I have been talking to Ray and Jerry has allowed us as a coalition to come up to the personal liquor zone Madison, and we did a big, huge campaign with the congressmen, with the aldermen, with the representative, with the senators, with all the young people, all the community people, and we was put the tags on the windows. It was a beautiful event, and everybody in the community was on point, and everybody in the community was working together to keep young people away from that place. And we're not saying grown-ups. Grown-ups can come in and out as they want.
Of course.
But to keep young folks from going up in there, shoulder tapping someone elderly and saying, "Would you go up in there and buy something for me?" That's not good business. All right. And so we was doing that, and Jerry was about that, and you are about that. So with that being said, we're talking to Ray, and we're going to talk to Ray specifically about how we can promote a safe and drug-free community, but specifically, how can we unite as community stakeholders. So you're watching, of course, Fathers Who Care, Channel 21. This is the first evening of our season. You know, you was watching the CAN TV last time, and you was watching our young people from the West Garfield Park community stakeholders. So I like to openly say that the phone lines are open now. The phone number here is 312-738-1060. I will be your guest for the next couple of weeks. Your servant leader, Reverend Walter Jones from Fathers Who Care and the West Side Community Stakeholders. And of course, my favorite, which they give me such a hard time sometimes, the West Garfield Park Community Stakeholders Youth Council. They just ride my spirit sometimes, but Lord knows I love them. And they keep telling me to take a vacation. They really do.
You should.
They,
You
and
should.
I will. I
You should.
will. But you know, it's kind of hard to leave them when
I,
you're
I
not.
am going. I am going.
Yeah.
In July 15th, yes.
July
I'm going.
15th?
Yes. I'm
Where you
taking
going?
my wife and the
Where you
family.
going?
We're going
To Bahrain or somewhere?
overseas. No, we're going to Israel. We're going
Israel.
to Bethlehem and
Bethlehem. So make sure
Jordan
Jordan
and
River.
Jordan River. Yeah, we're
Make
gonna
sure you
visit.
bring
Yeah.
me some rocks from the
I will
river
make sure that you have it.
and the rocks from the ground.
Of
Okay,
course,
and
yes.
then I want some sand.
From the Dead Sea,
Yeah,
Dead
from the Red
Sea.
Sea.
Sure, yeah.
And so, you know, some of those kind of things, all right?
I'll make sure
So
you
I
have it.
appreciate that and
Yeah,
enjoy and
my
please
pleasure.
when you go to the tomb,
Yeah,
you going to the tomb?
I'm going everywhere, yes.
Make sure you just and you bring the West Side spirit.
We'll do that.
So listen up. You're watching. Thank you. You're watching Fathers Who Care. Our guest this evening is, of course, I don't want to slaughter his name, but it's Ray Bashaha.
Bisharat.
Bishaharat. You
I know,
got it. Is that Arabic?
okay. Yes, it is.
What does it mean?
It's it's giving, or it's when somebody tells
Okay.
you something good, you know.
Okay.
Oh,
Shukran.
shukran, thank you.
Afwan.
You're welcome. Type
Uh,
of thing.
Bismillah. Hirap man Rahim.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I know, I got you. I was just going with you. I was just going with you. See, we were sitting over here talking Arabic, all right? We was talking Arabic, and we're talking all that good stuff, and you can bridge the gap. So we're talking tonight. How can we as community stakeholders unite to promote a safe, healthy, and drug-free community while reducing underage drinking? And we want to talk to one of our business owners this evening. His name, of course, is Ray. He's one of the owners. He's the owner of Personal and Ice House Personal Goods. Is that correct?
Actually, one of the owner, I have a partner with
You have
me,
a partner,
Sam. Yes,
and which one?
Sam.
Sam. Of which one?
Sam Swice. He's not here now for the time being. He's
Okay.
overseas, but he's
Okay.
coming. Yeah.
And so Sam, okay, right on. So with that being said, you see that on the see that so we say? We got a caller. You ready?
I am.
So
Yes.
this is the way we do it here. We have live calling. And so folks call in with questions.
Okay.
And what we do is kind of answer the questions. Is
Sure.
that okay?
Sure. Yeah.
So you're watching Fathers Who Care, the first show of the season. And we have our guest with us, Ray from Ice House and Personal Goods. Caller, you on there. Your comment or question, please.
What are some ways to improve our community?
Uh-huh.
Well,
I like that. What are some ways that I like that? What are some ways we can do what we can do to improve our community? What are ways we can come together to improve our community? I like that.
there is a lot of ways.
Okay, talk to us.
First of all, as a business owner, we have to believe in the community. Community is our big family. We have small family, and we have the community, which is a big family.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, you have to connect to the community. You have to be with them. You have to be involved with them to know what's the problem there, to know what's going on in the community, and try somehow to bring the community together. Uh, as a business owner, bring the people together, do
Mm-hmm.
something with them. It's not about taking. from the community.
Right.
It's about giving as well.
Give back, right?
We all need to make the money. We all need the support. But the most important thing, if we connect to the community
Hmm.
and we do something good together, I'm sure things will be way better.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. So let me ask you then. We just had that question. So I want to start with the questions again. The phone line is open 312-738-1060. I have a few questions if you don't mind, Ray. I know you've been in business and you're a business owner, but how long have you been a business owner or the business, a part of the business sector?
We're in the retail business over 30 years now.
30 years.
Yes, we
Do you
work in the
enjoy
retail.
it?
I love it. I
Mm.
love talking to people, deal with people. You see different people.
So you get joy out of helping people and being
Of course,
and supporting
of
folks.
course, of
Okay.
course.
So what is, let me ask this here. This is a personal question, right? And the personal question is personal. Who is Ray? Who is Ray as the person? And what is Ray's purpose? What motivates you?
People, my
People.
family, my kids, my wife.
Mm.
Ray, some person loves to give. I'm a giver, and I love people, and I love my work. I love my business. I love my community, and I'm always trying to do uh, the best what I can do.
Hmm.
And as long as I'm trying my best,
Hmm.
I'm good.
Okay. So Ray,
Just
what
make
we
me
want to
happy.
do, what we want to personally say, so on behalf of Fathers Who Care, the West Garfield Park Community Stakeholders, the West Side Partners, and our West Garfield Park Youth Council, we want to thank you for the work that you're doing on the West Side, specifically on Lake and Cicero and Madison and North Avenue and Central. We want to personally thank you for having passion in the work that you're doing. And when we say passion, we're talking about not just being a business owner receiving, but being a business owner that don't have a problem with giving back to the community. I want to ask this question specifically in relationship to your business. Now, young people, would try to come up to businesses like yours, particularly one of your businesses, and they into this frame now that they feel like they want to consume alcohol. And so, how do you prevent young people from hanging around your facility loitering? And how do you prevent young people from consuming or purchasing alco- uh, alcoholic beverages from any of your facilities?
Well, it's simple. I mean, if you can't tell the age, first of all,
Caught them.
you gotta have the card, right?
Right, right.
But what do we do different than anybody else? If you parent and you have your kids coming to the store, you're not allowed in the store.
Okay.
So why would you bring your kids to
To the store,
store,
right,
liquor
right.
store?
Absolutely. So
We do
you don't let
this.
them even come in.
No, we let them leave the store. We tell them, we start telling them next time don't come with your kid.
Right.
So if they repeat it, you're not allowed here. Send your
So
kids
you're teaching
home.
them rules and you're letting them know that
We
they can't.
should.
Absolutely.
We
I
should.
agree with you.
We
But I
should.
just want to hear what you say about it because we agree with that. So you're saying you're establishing rules that if they don't follow the rules, that you won't even provide service to
Of
them.
course. Of
So
course.
so that means that you're not chasing a dollar. You want to make sure that you're not violating laws.
Trust me, it's not about dollars. If it's
Right.
about dollars, you work a couple years in a place and then you take your dollar and run away.
Right.
It's about more than that. There is God always. We believe in God, right? If I can run with the dollar, God watching us.
Hmm.
So we want to be careful about these things. Beside the fact that you want to be stay, like you want to be there
Hmm.
forever. It's not about 1 day operation, 1 year operation. You're gonna be forever there.
Hmm.
So you have to live there.
Okay.
I spend time in my businesses over the year, way more than I spend time with my kids and
I
my
know the
wife.
feeling.
So how are you going to spend time with the community and you don't want to connect to this community?
Well, I appreciate that comment and thank you for that. You heard it first here. What Ray was saying about having to card people from not young folks not purchasing alcoholic beverages in the community. He cards them. If the parents come in and they have children and they come to enter his facilities, he would not allow them to do business in his facility unless they take those children home and visit his facility without the children. So we're here talking about how we can reduce underage drinking and also how we can keep young folks from coming into a facility taking advantage of alcoholic beverages and We have been shoulder tapping and making sure that these young folk are investigating shoulder tapping, making sure that they're not hanging out in front of your facilities,
Yes,
and they don't.
they don't.
I'm telling you, I've been around them.
They're not allowed.
None of your facilities do they hang around. Let's go to
No.
the caller, Ray.
Sure.
None of them, and I know three of them that I know of. All right, go ahead, caller. You on the air with our guest this evening,
Yes.
Ray
Good
of
evening,
Ice
gentlemen.
House and Personal.
I'm also afraid, so I know that's the guy next to you. But listen, you talk about getting together in the community and stuff. There's one of the fellows that's helping. I'm sorry, helping. But there are so many others that don't care. Like I know you care, and the guy next to you cares. Well, guess what? Where's the fathers when they see their son going to a bar or something? Where's the they see their kid rolling dice on the corner? Where's
Hmm.
the father when they're selling dope on the corner? He don't see none of that. Oh no! So how can you
Oh
make a
no.
difference?
He said,
Be
oh
a
no.
father like you're supposed to be, and everything will be okay. But
Well, you know what?
thank you.
Thank you so much for that comment, and we agree with you that it's important that fathers are actively involved in the lives of their children. We agree with you 100%, and that's why the name of the show is Fathers Who Care, and we highlight fathers. This is one of the shows, not the Jerry Springer show, but this is a show where we highlight and we accentuate and we commend men who are fathers who have stepped up to do the right thing. We ain't saying that we know better than nobody else, but we are who we are, and we are really real proud to be fathers. We take it serious. Caller, you on there? Your comment or question? I guess this evening is Ray from Ice House and Personal. What's your question, please?
My question is, what does it take to become a community stakeholder?
What does it? What did I hear you correctly? What does it
What
take to
does it
become a
take?
community stakeholder?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, simple.
Simple. He said it's simple.
Very simple. Be
Very,
one
very
of the
simple.
community.
Be what?
One of the community.
Be one with the community.
Yeah.
You know, the stakeholders and sector partners are many. I keep trying to tell them young people that they have to be real careful what they do and how they do it in the community because they're community stakeholders. They just happen to be young people. But young people are also community stakeholders,
Of course.
just as their parents are. And so what I do is sometimes they give it to me, believe me. But these young people, I believe with my heart of hearts that if we don't step up to save them and stand up for them and cover them, that they're going to go out there and they're going to get caught up because they're trying to do the right thing, but they're only human.
Of
And they're
course.
going to want to hang out with their friends and their peers, all right? And they're going to get caught up.
That's right.
So we need to show them the right way. We need to teach them the right things. And need to let them know that there's nothing in life free. You got to put the work in. And don't be lazy. Lazy ain't a good thing. Is that right?
Of course.
So,
100%.
do we have any callers? Well, the phone line is open 312-738-1060. Well, we're talking to you tonight, and we're inquiring about what can we do as community stakeholders, let's say fathers, let's say parents, let's say business owners. We have Ray with us, who's a business owner from the west side of Chicago. We're showing you what we can do to unite and promote a safe, healthy, and drug-free community. What we're doing right now, we're community stakeholders. Ray represent the business, I represent the clergy, and I represent the social service agency, and I represent some others. But we're here showing you that it can work. It can work when we work together. If we work together. So I got another question for you. For the phone lines are open 312-738-1060. What can we do to reduce underage drinking, senseless violence? Do you know about 12 or 14 people I heard was shot and killed over the 4th of July weekend? And I heard about so many shootings, but I heard 12 to 14 people lost their lives. What a shame. What a
What a
shame.
shame.
What
What
a
a
shame.
shame.
But anyway, Ray, I'm back to you. What do you think we can do? Some folks contribute alcohol with intensifying a person's spirit or lack of to make them want to go out there and commit violence. Do you agree with that?
Somehow, to a certain point, I mean, alcohol is it is could be bad. At the same time,
You mean bad if a person can control it,
that's correct.
right?
Right?
Or if they had too much.
The normal thing, the normal case, we should control the alcohol. I mean, you could drink, just put one,
But like they
this
say,
one,
drink
but
reason,
responsibly.
responsibly. That's the
Yes.
word. Yeah.
most important, I think we were in meeting a couple of weeks ago, and they said how we can um, help the community, fix the community, stop the crime. I said, should you start with the family,
Hmm.
with the parents? Your parents, you know where is your kids by 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Right.
You should know where is your kids.
Absolutely.
Your kids in the street doing
Well,
what in the street?
Ray, I'm glad you brought that up, Ray, and it's passionate to me too, just like you just said.
Exactly. You have to take care about your kids.
Absolutely. And what we was talking about specifically, we was talking about, does alcohol contribute to violence? And you saying it could if people are not drinking responsibly. And you should know if you can't handle it. All
Of
right?
course, of
All
course,
right.
of course.
And don't do
I
it.
mean,
All
I
right?
drink. I
Yeah,
never
and
get
don't do
drunk.
it.
I
But
drink.
so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this because I want to go on to some other questions. And do we have a caller? I'm sorry. Caller, you on the air, your comment or question. We was rolling over here, wasn't we, Ray?
Yes.
Caller, your comment or question, please. We have Ray from Ice House and Personal Liquor. The question tonight is, what can we do as a community stakeholders to unite and promote a safe and healthy drug-free community while also reducing underage drinking? Your comment.
I didn't have a comment, sir. I had a question.
Okay, your question, please.
How do you stop underage buyers from coming into your stores?
How do you do it now, sir? I'm sorry.
How do you stop underage buyers from coming into your store? This is for your guests.
Okay, thank you. He said, how do you stop underage people from buying alcohol in your store?
Well, usually they try to come. They
They,
try
they try
to
to come
buy.
in.
Yeah. We know that there's young people coming, or they are young, and we have to check the ID. First of all, we
So,
have to
so that
check
means
the
like carding.
card. Yeah.
Okay.
And if they have no card, it doesn't matter. Even if they say we're over age or 21 or 22 or 23 or up, we don't sell them.
Hmm.
Number one. So when they try the first time and second time and 3 times, and then they know that there is no joke,
That they can't
right?
do it.
So they can't do it. They can't play
Right.
games. So they leave and they won't come back again to us. It's happened. Actually, it's happened too many times. I was funny on this case. A gentleman came and he wanted to buy something, and happened for me to be on the floor downstairs. And he said, "Oh, I'm not buying this for me. I'm buying for the kids outside." I said, "Whoa, right here."
Oh, he told you he was
Yeah,
buying for the
by
kids.
accident.
Uh
And I
oh.
said, please leave the premises. He said, no, 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 I'm just kidding. I'm buying for myself. I said, no, we cancel you. You just say it. Please leave the store before I call the security on you.
Absolutely.
He tried very hard, but we did not allow him.
And that's what the young people are saying, Ray. And that's what we're trying to stop. Now we know people want to do the right thing, and we know we don't want nobody like you business owners to get caught up because some young person taps somebody on the shoulder and say, "Look, if you're going to buy me this or buy me that, I'll give you a couple of dollars or a dollar." It happens,
Correct.
but what we're
Correct.
trying to do is stop it from happening. All right?
That's true.
Because right now we're trying to save our children and we're trying to save our communities. And we're not saying that grown folks can't indulge themselves in beverages of their choices. We're saying that young people should not have access.
I did something really nice on this matter, actually.
Sure, go ahead.
We have a
And I
camera.
got something that came to my spirit I want to talk to you about. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have camera in front of the store,
Right.
right?
A camera.
And the cashier, they see the camera. So they see. So
Hmm.
if you happen and pass by and you give somebody to buy a liquor, we see it before it's happened.
Hmm.
So if we see it and we see some kid give money to a guy or um, 21 or over to buy them, we don't sell them. But we got it in camera. We see it in the camera. So
Right.
the camera, it's available for our cashier to see it downstairs, and they see the street, they see the parking lot. They can't go without.
Well, Ray, I want to ask you a question quickly. I know that you've been actively involved in doing a lot of stuff in the community, but you also been actively involved in helping young people of some of your employees and helping young people of the community. Some young people that work for you, you told them that if their children got certain grades, that you would give them an incentive. Would
Yes,
you like to
yeah,
talk about that?
yeah.
And then
It
also tell us,
works
go
actually.
ahead,
It works.
tell us what you
So
do.
what I said to the girls downstairs, well, the cashiers, I said, listen, if your kid, well, I want to try to bring the kids to study and be
Make them
at
study more.
home. Exactly.
Incentives for studying, right?
Exactly.
Hmm.
So I said, anybody bring C on the report,
On their report card.
I will give them zero.
$0
$0
for C's.
for C's.
Right.
But if you get B and A,
A and B's,
I'll give you $25.
$25.
And then if you get A's, I'll give you $50.
Well, let's try to see it. You got a caller with that statement. Go ahead, caller. He's paying young people $25 for grades. That's part of his business.
For people works.
That for work for him.
Yeah.
For people that work for him, their children, if they get good grades, so he's giving incentives for his young people to get good grades at his business. So that's a good thing. And he'll refusing to allow underage drinking or individuals to come into that store if they're not of age. And he's also got cameras in front of his business where he's making sure young people are not shoulder tapping elders in the community and asking them to go into the store and purchase alcoholic beverages for children. Come on, caller, you on air.
Hello?
Yes.
Give your own opinion. What do you think we can do to help uplift the Garfield Park community?
What can we do right now?
To help uplift the West Garfield Park community.
Okay, I like that. What can we do? And we got to kind of tailor it up. What can we do, Ray, to in closing, what can we do to empower other community residents to come together to help to empower each other?
Well, organization like yourself
Mhm.
and other organization has to be connected more to the businesses and explain
Okay.
to the businesses what they have to do.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to say most of the business, but a lot of businesses think that I don't have to give the community, which is wrong. So they should be some encouragement from the organization and from um, maybe the police department, the city, uh, to the businesses to be commit more to the community, toward
Mhm.
the community.
So Ray basically said that you need to be more actively involved in the community if you want to do something positive in the community. So listen, we want to tell you that the time on the wall is saying that is all. So we want to thank you so very much for tuning in to our first show of the season. We have Ray with us from Ice House. Thank you so much for your patience.
Thank you.
Please be responsible. Don't drink and drive.
Yes,
Let's make
please.
sure that our babies and our children are safe and be a blessing to your children. Be a blessing to someone else's children. And last but not least, we want to thank all of you for doing what you've been doing to help somebody else. God bless you. God keep you. Good night. Keep the faith. Thank you, Amari. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, West Garfield Park Youth Council. You guys rock. Good night. See you later. Alligator.